Hey guys, it's Andy from MagooInvesting. Today we're going to be continuing the series on Robinhood top stocks, and today we're going to be talking about Twitter. My original plan for today was to talk about Coca-Cola, which will get moved to Monday now. And the reason we're talking about Twitter today is it missed earnings very poorly yesterday, and it had a very rough day after hours yesterday and continued on into today. And so basically they announced earnings yesterday. They talked about how they had increasing numbers of users on the platform, but they had a bug with their ads, which made it so that their revenue was much lower than expected. And as a result, the stock fell 20% after hours yesterday, and then around 1.5% down today. And so this is kind of an example of the perfect type of stock I'm looking for to add in my portfolio. It has a great track record, which we'll talk about when we hop on the computer. It's a company that I love and I personally use, and it's been knocked down by poor earnings and bad news. And so it just so happened that the bad news came with the earnings about this ad bug. And so before we go any further, I've got to say I am not a licensed financial advisor, so I'd highly recommend talking to a professional, someone that can give you the best places to put your money in investments moving forward. And so in this video, I'm going to hop onto the computer in a little bit. I'm going to talk about any short or long-term potential plays I see, and then we're going to look and see what the analysts think about Twitter and see if they kind of agree with the conclusions that I'm coming to just from the technical analysis, because I don't really care about the fundamentals. All right, and finally, let's hop on over the computer and we'll talk about Twitter. Ticker symbol TWTR. All right, happy Friday. So today, counted pretty well just because if you look over here, Bitcoin is up 15% on the day. And besides that, I don't have any other positions besides TQQ. And so we're talking about the Robinhood top stocks. So we're going to head on over there. And then we're going to go down to, there's Tesla and there's Twitter. And so with 110,000, almost 112,000 people owning the stock, a lot of people got hurt with the bad news yesterday. And so one day it's down 1.5%. 1 week is down 23%, 1 month, 28%. And so basically things were going very well, and then the earnings came out and it fell hard. And so as we go down here, you have all the news talking about the earnings. All right, so as always, we're hopping on over to TD Ameritrade, talking about what I see on the charts. And I went ahead and drew this very nice upward channel. I've been watching this for a while. I'll extend it a little bit just to show where I would have exited in case things fell. Anytime it dips below this with a channel, I'm pretty cautious taking positions on channels right at the bottom, but it's very possible that you could have taken a position, came back up, and then the earnings, which is another reason why I don't mess with earnings. And one of the warning flags that you could see with Twitter that you could have protected yourself with is the past two earnings have had very large price movement. And so the past two times it's been green. And then this time, if you got suckered into falling for good earnings, you would have gotten hurt pretty bad. So I missed out on the Tesla move up, but for every Tesla move up like this, there's a Twitter move down on earnings, and that's why I don't trade around earnings. And so based off of this really quick movement, I'm going to be waiting a couple days into next week to kind of see if a support starts to show. It's very possible that next week there might be a news story that comes out, and if it's slightly negative at all, it might just continue to push the stock down. And so that's kind of the reason why it's important to wait to make sure that the stock levels out for a little bit and is kind of showing that it's going to start pushing up soon. Because while this is a nice looking support and it would be great to take a position right here and just have it bounce right back up, it's also very possible that it touches this support and just falls right through it. When you go and look at the track record in the 1 year, it's gone all the way down to $26. So this isn't the bottom. It could be the bottom, and that's what I'm going to be watching as a potential play. But just in the past year, it's gone even further. So got to be patient taking positions in stocks that are falling, because you don't want to be catching the falling knife, because that's not what you really want. You want to wait for things to level out, and then as it starts getting some momentum pushing it back up, that's when you take a position. If you get in too early, it may just continue to fall, and you're going into a very negative trade that's falling very quickly. All right, so now let's talk about what the experts think. And so we're on CNN at this point. It's up 5% year to date. And so as you can see, it's on the lower end of its 52-week range, which is very attractive for me. And so the price forecast has it going all the way up to $55 as its upper range, or down to $23 as its lower range. And so that's kind of why I'm saying you got to watch out, because it could go back down to where it was at the lowest point of this year, or may continue to go down further. So I kind of agree with them where the momentum may push it down further, but I'm also very bullish on it based off of what the company is and its track record in the past 180 days. And then we'll go on to Yahoo, and they have it as near fair value, which I would agree on. It's on its lower end of its 52-week range. And then from here, let's see, it has it as a buy, short-term, negative, medium-term, negative, long-term, positive. And you know what? I totally agree with this one too. So much momentum pushing it down, very possible it continues. So short-term, kind of dangerous. Medium-term, it really depends on what they'd consider being a medium-term trade, but long-term, I agree on being bullish. I think this is a great opportunity to get a stock at an incredible discount just based off of 2 days of negative news and poor trading. So I will be watching this I'll be throwing this on my watch list. I'll be setting some alerts for the break into this potential support, and then I will set something for down here as well in case it continues to fall. This will be a stock that I'll be watching closely over the next couple days, because I think this is the best opportunity for a long-term trade that I've seen in a while. So overall, Twitter is a very attractive stock for me. And so one of the main reasons is it had this very nice upward channel going for a while, for the past 180 days, and then the news knocked it out of the sky, and now it's back to where it started 180 days ago. And with that being said, there is a very nice support that I'm waiting for it to reach, somewhere just below, or somewhere just around $29. And so an important thing to do here is I need to make sure and wait a couple days to see if the support is kind of set up, or further news is going to continue to push it down. When you have these momentum stocks that are pushed down or up by news, sometimes there's a continuation where people are trading it, it's on people's radars, and kind of the negativity just piles on it and pushes it further down. So I'm probably going to wait until at least Wednesday, see what the days are looking like for Twitter, and if it can hold around the $29.50 mark or the $30 mark, I will probably take a position long. This is a company that I use every day. I love it. I get all my news from it. I love what they're doing. They had some bad news, a problem with a bug, and I think that the long-term forecast for the company isn't changed. I think that this is a great opportunity to grab a company that I love at a discount and ride it back up to where it was. And so this is kind of what I wanted to do with Tesla a couple days ago when I sold before earnings, because I kind of assumed that it'd be negative. And then Elon Musk came out and just blew everyone away with what they've done in the last quarter. But Twitter is the type of stock that I love. It's on a great discount. It's something that I'm comfortable holding for a while, because I mean, Twitter is not going to be going away anytime soon. They had a problem with ads, but besides that, the company is growing with its number of people using the platform, and it just had one minor bug. And I think that doesn't justify the stock going down by 20%. I think it slightly missed on earnings, and just kind of the news just piled on it and pushed the stock much lower. And so I think this is a great opportunity. I personally will be waiting until Wednesday to make a decision, and I'll most likely hop in long and just ride it until probably the end of the year, or maybe further than that, who knows. But I think this is a great opportunity and a perfect example of the type of stocks that I've been looking for. And since my portfolio is looking pretty empty right now, and I've got a lot of money just kind of sitting around, this came at the perfect time for me, because it's kind of hard to sit back on the sideline, watch a company in Tesla that you just sold go up 15% in 2 days, and not have really anything in the market. Bitcoin's been helping out my account recently, as it was up over 10% today, and the market was green overall. So I made money, but not as much as I could have. And now I see a great opportunity with Twitter to go on a long position. So if there's a company or idea you'd like me to go over in a future video, please leave it in the comment section down below, because I'd love to go over it. And if you enjoyed the video or you learned something, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and the subscribe button, as it would help my channel out a lot. And I will see you on Sunday, where we'll talk about a more broad topic, most likely going to be talking about why I don't take positions in pharmaceutical stocks. And then we'll be back on Monday through Friday, talking about the Robinhood top stocks. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.